Hey everyone, I forgot my selfie stick today, so we are on the road. I realized I really want to do a live stream tonight. I want to do a couple of them tonight. I said, you know what, screw it. I'm doing one at the soccer field because like I've told before, I am a soccer mom, which is amazing. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about some thoughts I had for today and how it relates to your work as an artist and getting yourself fired up. I see so many people just afraid, just terrified of making a mistake, terrified of putting themselves out there, terrified of getting laughed at, terrified of not making enough money, terrified of it not working out. Every day they're terrified. And it's for myself too. And the times that I am most scared are the times that I shrink and hold back. And I did that for years. Shrinking and holding back, just so afraid that I'm gonna get it wrong. If I step out of line, if I am not in compliance with everyone around me, everyone's gonna find me out, everyone's gonna know I'm an imposter. I gotta keep up with the Joneses. I have to keep up. And I had a discussion with my daughter today. This goes back and forth with us, and I love my kids, but there were some times you're disciplining them, like, why are you doing this? She will cry every time she makes a mistake. She cries. For anything. She's very a very type A daughter, which is beautiful. That's her personality. But my pet peeve, and I've told her this so many times, whenever she makes a mistake or is corrected, she starts crying. She's been doing this since she's been going to school, and the teachers would feel so bad. I mean, she's adorable. Both of my children are adorable, beautiful little people. So she, as soon as the teacher was trying to explain to her, okay, here's the assignment, and I like how you were thinking, but let's do it this way, her eyes would well up, and she would start to cry, and then the teacher's like, oh God, what do I do? And that's all well and good. And I said, you know what, sweetie, I love that your brain thinks in different directions. Be open to learning something new. Always be open to learning something new. Always, because that's where you learn. That's where you actually learn things, is by making a mistake. Sorry, one of the kids right by. She's so sweet. But you learn by making mistakes, because that's where, like I was talking about in that the Path of Least Resistance book, when there's a mistake or tension, that's where your brain starts working to figure out a way around it. So that's where creativity lies. That's where problem solving lies. You can't problem solve and you can't learn something new if there's nothing to learn, if you know everything. And she's 10, so she definitely does not know everything. She's super, super smart. So I'm sure she will be a captain of industry or whatever she so chooses to be. So I told her, I don't care if you make a mistake. I want you to make mistakes. I want you to make as many mistakes as possible. Make mistakes. I wish people would tell kids more to make mistakes. Make them away. I said, but none of this crying over a mistake. Make a mistake. Be brave enough to make a mistake. And I pass it on to you guys as well. This fear of getting out of line and getting in trouble and everyone will leave and everything will fall apart. Let me tell you a little secret, kids. Let me tell you a little secret. This will go in the book. Hey, how are you? How are you? I'm good. Doing my live streams for business work. Hey. This is what happens. You have to run a business. I'll do a live stream at the soccer field. Right. This is how we do. So when you're thinking in terms of making your mistakes, let me tell you a little secret. You can do everything right. Quote unquote right. You can do everything right. You can stay in line. You can follow the herd, keep up with the status quo, everything that you've been taught to do. You can do all of that. Find the right partner, have the right job, do the right things. You can do that and do excellent at it. And you can still lose it all anyway. You can still lose everything anyway, because there is no 100% safe way to do it. There's just not. And I know I have just burst a whole bunch of people's bubbles right then and there. So all of you artists that are like, well, I can't do this, I'm afraid, and oh, my spouse will be mad, my kids will be mad, my job will be mad, all these people will be mad, I can't. Guess what? There is no safe anything. There is no safe choice. Because no matter what it is that you are doing to stay in line and to stay within the status quo, it can go at any point. Your health can go at any point. Your cushy job can go at any point. Your spouse can go at any point. Your family can go at any point. There is no 100% safe choice. So therefore, just go for it. Go for it. Be smart about it. Make your plan. Set your goals, whatever you want to do. But do it. Do it. So this whole idea is I'm afraid because I'm afraid that people will laugh at me. I'm afraid I'm going to fail. Well, guess what? You might do everything right and fail anyway. So you might as well do it. You might do everything right and people laugh at you anyway. Okay, whatever. And that is what strengthens your nerve and gets you brave. And I have to say that was... I wasn't always super brave and courageous and feisty, believe it or not. Those that really know me know when I was younger, I was painfully shy. And then it just got to a point, I was like, I hate this. And then a few years ago when everything unraveled around me, and it was perfect, in my opinion. I had done everything right. I had gotten the right amount of schooling. I had gotten higher levels of education, including my master's. I had the perfect husband. We had a great house. Everything was for show. Everything was perfect. And it all fell apart because it wasn't right. And it wasn't the right thing. It was perfect, but it wasn't the right thing. It wasn't authentic. There wasn't anything authentic about it. And it all fell apart because it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. So that's when I learned that it's like, you know what? If I'm afraid that people will judge me, if I'm afraid I'm going to lose my job, if I'm afraid I'm going to lose everything, well, that already happened, and I'm still here. That already happened. All that happened. Everything that I was terrified was going to happen if I stepped out of line did happen. And I'm still standing here looking fierce AF with my kids at the soccer field. I'm still doing what I do. In fact, I get to spend more time with them. I actually feel a bit freer. I'm committed to not running away and spending all my time away from them, and I can be the mom that I want to be and spend time with them, and also focus on doing the things that I love to do and that I'm good at and that I'm amazing at and that I know that I should be doing more of. So yeah, that's a pretty good trade-off. Also knowing that I have infinite sources of revenue. Like I can make as much as I want. There is no cap. I have to work on my plan and I get my name out there, but the more I get out there, the more it happens. And the same with you. So if you're not putting your work out there, if you're not telling people about what you do, if you're not showing people what you do because you're afraid, well, sweetie, you got that's what we need to work through. We got to bust through that, because no one can buy, no one can see, no one can sell. You can't have the life that you want if no one sees it, if you're too afraid to share your work. So get out there. I thought about the idea of the tiger mom. You know, the mom that is like ferociously dedicated to her children's success and will do anything to make sure her children are successful, and drilling numbers at them and making them work on things and all the things that they have to do. Hey guys, how are you? So I think of the tiger mom. I have to do my business updates on. I was like, we're doing updates at the soccer field today. That's right, exactly. And I'm laughing. I'm like, every parent has walked by and said the same thing. You got to do what you got to do. Take that to heart, my people. Do what you have to do. Do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. So I think of the tiger moms that'll do anything. So I want you all to become the tiger mom or tiger dad for your inner child, for yourself. Not just for your progeny that are out there, but for yourself, for your inner child, for the thing that burns your soul and makes you go. I want you to become that tiger parent to them and be ferocious in protecting it, be ferocious in exalting it, be ferocious in making sure it gets what it needs every day. So not just for the children that you have running around, but do that for your inner child, because ultimately when you do the things you need to do to make your work come to life, it'll change everything around you. It will change your family dynamic. It'll change you. It'll change your work dynamic. It'll change your life for the better. And I know this for a fact. So yeah, And I also, the other thing that made me think about this today, because as I do a lot of marketing, and I'm not a marketer. You guys, I didn't study marketing. I didn't study marketing at all. I realized I have to tell people about what I do. That's what marketing is. You have to tell people about what you do. They can't buy from you if they don't know that you are doing it. They can't get your work out. You can't get your work out there if nobody knows it exists. So market, tell people about what you do. So as I get more and more into marketing, I posted something recently about how I'm choosing to not be afraid. There was a campaign recently. I'm not knocking this campaign if you participated in it at all, because everyone does their own form of protest and their own form of sharing however they feel like. But it was a moment of people saying, you know, what would it be like if there was a world without women? And I realized, I was like, I don't care. You know why? Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I refuse to hide. And so I did a post about that. And I wrote a little snippet, because I do write. And I wrote the snippet saying that I don't feel like hiding. I would prefer to shine. I would prefer to put it all out there, and I would prefer to make it impossible. There's already people that want to ignore me. In my walks of life, there are already people that would prefer that I just disappear, or try to ignore me, or try to overlook the work that I'm doing, or try to put me down. I mean, and I'm not alone. There are plenty of people out there that want that. I would prefer to be my fierce, ferocious, fabulous self, to make it impossible for them to ignore me. Because I'm not going anywhere. And, you know, it resonated with so many people. Like, that was probably one of the most active posts that I've had in a while. It resonated with so many people, and every time I'm looking for what are my clients, what are my people, what are my Facebook participants, what are they looking for? Like, what inspires them? What can I offer them? How can I serve you? How can I provide value to you? How can I provide excellent customer service to you? And so when I saw how much interaction that got, I realized one thing that people are looking for is inspiration. And also, people want you to be successful. I know we hear about, and I often talk about, you know, that sometimes the people close to you aren't always in your corner, and they get jealous and they don't want you to change because they want things to stay the status quo. Yes, there are people like that, and don't be sad or hurt, or, you know, don't fall apart when that happens, because that's common. But on the flip side, there are far more people that are in your corner and are cheering for you. And people you've never even met that are wanting you to succeed. People in the future that are going to read about what you do and that are rooting for you. Your ancestors from the past years on, that they would love to know how amazing that you are doing. They would love to see your work. There are so many people that are rooting for you, because we cheer for people that inspire us. We're looking for that. Everyone is. Everyone's looking for someone to look up to as a leader and mentor, to say, if they can do it, I can do it too. Everyone's looking for inspiration. So that's why I was like, that's what I'm going to post about. I'm going to post about overcoming fear and focus more. And also, I'm taking my own advice. So this is my big lead-in announcement, because, you know, if you're doing live streams, if I'm doing live streams at the soccer field, you know I'm going to be offering something. Is making a bigger offer. I do offer all sorts of quick hit courses on my online school, the Voice House Academy at Teachable. Link will be below. If you have not gotten on there, get on there, because I post courses up there all the time. But it hit me that, you know, it's time for me to put together like a real big, fat, juicy, awesome, this fabulous course for people to really get serious about getting out there and getting their work out there. Just a big, fat, huge, mega course. And I've been avoiding it because I keep saying, like, I want to keep my price point low. I want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity. And those courses are still out there, and they'll be lumped into this big course. But I'm ready to take my own advice, and now that I'm seeing that people want to be inspired, so yeah, I'm putting together a big, fat, juicy, multi-dimensional course about how to get yourself out there. And it's gonna be fierce and amazing, and I'm excited about it. So if that's something that you want to see, go ahead and pop in there, like, sign me up. I'm in, I'm interested. Yeah, because I'm it's high time that I put together just a really big course for the people that are ready to, like, take it totally next level. Yeah, just a big old juicy bunch of fabulosity, if you will. So yeah, I'm putting that out there, and I'm going to be working on that for the next few days. I'm really excited. So yeah, it's time to get fierce, you guys. It's time to get fierce. It's time to get out there, time to get powerful. If you want to know how, keep an eye out for the course. But start off with just saying, you know what, this whole idea that you have to do things in a certain way, you have to do things right. You can't be at a soccer field posting. You saw not one parent complain or made fun. Do what you need to do. The worry of doing it wrong and going out of line and making a mistake, hang it up, let it go. Because you can do everything right and still struggle. So you might as well go do what you're supposed to do. All right? Live loud, live authentically, get yourself up there. All right, I'm gonna go see what the boy's doing. My daughter is doing cartwheels with her friend. It's hilarious. So getting back to my mom's house. So be on the lookout for a new juicy course. If you're interested, if you want to know more about it, if you want to know what's in it, if you're curious, if you have something that you would like to offer that you want to put in it or that you'd like to see, hit me up. I respond to all comments on this page. That is part of my process. So, and you don't always get comments on my personal page, so put them in here, and I got you. You're my people. All right, talk to you later. Gotta go. Bye.